Hello. So I went on a little shroom trip and so many realizations. So many realizations. Um, so your own lack of self love is blocking you from God, which is all possibilities, which is just the vastness and openness and endless potentialness of the universe. It's keeping you trapped within this paradigm, within look at the Mason world as a room. Just one room in a big ass fucking huge gigantic mansion. And look at the Matrix as just one room. And your lack of self-love and self-trust is keeping you from leaving that room and exploring the whole rest of the entire gigantic mansion. And then like other rooms will be like other beings and all this other stuff, right? Just different types of shit. You just will learn so much more about yourself outside of like just that one room. But when we don't love ourselves, we don't trust ourselves. And when we don't trust ourselves or love ourselves, we're going to succumb to fear. And the fear is what's keeping us in that room within the vast mansion. Okay, if you're like not following my analogy, like look at the vast mansion as like just empty space, like not even the universe. The universe is within like the big vast empty space. Okay, and like you're stuck within just this one universe because you don't love yourself and you don't trust yourself. Self-love is so deep, it's ridiculous. Like it literally solves it knocks like 10 birds with one stone. Like just loving yourself and trusting yourself, literally, just by loving and trusting yourself, you knock like 5 birds down with one stone. um so God is all possibilities. God is just it's just like the world, like the real actual, like just the empty vast space emptiness that like everything in existence resides in. Okay, and when you don't love yourself and you don't trust yourself and when you're in fear, you suppress the present moment. You're not present, you're always in your mind. And that's what fear does. Fear puts you, it makes you alert and it makes you constantly in your mind, calculating, analyzing, trying to just make sure that you're like safe. Um, and so we're repressing the present moment. And when you're repressing the present moment, you're repressing the truth. And when you're repressing the truth, you're repressing God, like, period. And if we loved ourselves and if we trusted ourselves, we wouldn't succumb to fear at all, period. And if we're not succumbing to fear at all, period, then we're not going to be suppressing the present moment anymore, because it's the only reason why we suppress it is because like fear is like we're occupied like with the fear, like we're like internal, lost in our minds, because we're in survival mode. The shadow government has us in survival mode. So loving yourself and trusting yourself connects you back to the present moment. The truth is revealed in the present moment. Clarity is found in the present moment. And the longer that you stay in the present moment and you just have a trust in yourself that you could handle anything, that you're safe, that you're okay within the universe, that you're not alone, and that you are taken care of. There's things that you don't understand, there's things that you're still learning, and it's scary because the unknown is scary. Having a trust that there's a you the higher you that knows everything that you don't know, that is guiding you, but you are cut off because of the fear once again. But if you can let go of the fear just by loving and trusting yourself, like do affirmations, affirm to yourself, there's nothing I can't handle. I'm a bad bitch. I'm that nigga. I'm confident in myself. I'm capable. I fear nothing. And these affirmations, it's like these things are just so like they're so corny, but it's so deep what it's doing. Like you can't see what it's doing, but it's so deep what it does. Like, and it's not until like you make it to the other side that you see it for yourself, that you realize like, damn, like I was actually really like doing the work for real. Like when you are confident in yourself, you're just back in alignment with your higher self. Like you're just reunited with your higher self again. And you're being guided by that force that is within you. And you just allow something deeper within you to guide you. And it's just that trust in that thing. You might get a hunch to do something that you don't understand, but you trust yourself because it's coming from you and you love yourself. So you know that you have your best interest. I would focus on like, don't focus on like not being scared of anything. I would just focus on love. Like just focus on loving yourself, and the fear is naturally going to just go away like on its own. So I would put the focus on cultivating that self-love for yourself. Nice fingers. Thank you. Hi. How are you? Ooh, the hair color. Ginger Bella. Yeah. I know. I love it too. I stole this from my mom. But anyway, getting back on topic. Yeah. Damn, you're talking me. So cultivate that self-love for yourself. Hone in on it. Because I'm telling you, like self-love is literally the answer to like all these other little problems. Like love yourself and it just knocks like seven birds with one stone, like literally. So cultivate that for yourself. And the more that you love yourself, naturally you're going to trust yourself because we trust the people that we love. And love yourself. Something that I realized was that like when you say it like love yourself, it's not like a feeling. It's not like, oh, like love yourself, like feel this way about yourself. It's like an action. Like love yourself. Like it's something that you're supposed to do. And that like that little nuance, that little difference in like interpretation of that like phrase literally like clicked something for me. It was like, oh, like love yourself. Like don't like I always took it as like love yourself as in like love yourself, like appreciate yourself and just have good feelings about yourself. Like I feel good about myself. I love myself. Like I took it in like a feeling way. Like that's how you should feel about yourself. You should feel like you're in love. You know what I'm saying? But that just honestly just leads to conceitedness, cockiness, oh, I'm better than everybody type of thing. And that's like the wrong way to go. But when you look at it, like when you look at the phrase love yourself as an action, like love yourself, like I'm telling you what to do. Like I'm not telling you how to feel. I'm telling you what to do with yourself, not how to feel about yourself. I'm telling you to love yourself. You see what I'm saying? And then now it turns into an action like, oh, love myself. Oh, okay, so stick up for myself. Oh, okay, so speak up when I feel like I'm not being heard. Oh, okay, so set boundaries. Oh, okay, like do things that you would do for someone that you love, but for yourself. That's what it is to love yourself. Like that was like a for me. It was, yeah. So it's an action. It's the things you do. It's how you treat yourself. It's the actions you take towards yourself. That is loving yourself. And like in a regular, everyday, constant basis. It's not just self-care. It's like I said, it's like it's as simple as saying no. Like because you recognize you're uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone you love is uncomfortable and you see that somebody is making them uncomfortable, you finna be like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you love them and you want them to be straight. Like that's, you gotta, with yourself, okay? And again, like this is like so overheard and so corny and this, that, and the third. Like, oh yeah, yeah, love yourself, whatever. But it's like, again, you don't understand. You don't see what it's doing. Like it's deep. Again, like the effects of what's happening that you can't see about you just loving yourself. You're severing back the connection and relationship with you and God, with you and your higher self, with all of the different versions of yourself that's existing simultaneously. You're becoming one again. And that's why all of a sudden when you're confident. What are you doing? Hi baby. I'm on live. I'm on YouTube.
On YouTube? And what are you doing on YouTube?
I'm talking to people.
You're talking.
Go away. But yeah, I tell him all the time, who's God? Who's God?
Jesus.
No! Who's God? What I tell you? What I tell you all the time? Who's God?
God.
Yes. What do me and your dad tell you all the time?
Poop my butt.
No, God is you.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
And this is your stupid makeup?
Yes, this is my makeup. Anyways,
why you flip this over?
Okay, I'm about to end the live because he's bothering me now, but
I'm not bothering you.
You're distracting me.
I'm not.
Anyways, I'm sorry, guys. What's going on? My son over here. Anyways, so I totally lost my point. Do y'all remember the point what I was just talking about? What was my point? What was I talking about just now?
You know, this is the one, and this is what.
So, anyway, so yeah, self-love it's like that's what I was saying. That's why when you're confident in yourself, you see confident people, they just have all this energy. You know what I'm saying? They have all this power. Like they're just because they're confident, it's like they're able to do things that like if they doubted themselves, they probably wouldn't be able to do because the self-doubt itself would be holding them back. Self-doubt is rooted in fear as well. When you're confident, you're like Superman, literally. And there's a reason for that. It's because you're connected back to all of the versions of you, the source. You see what I'm saying? Your original state of being, your original space within the overall vast space, you're connected. And when you're connected to your specific space and location within the vast void, when you're connected to that, you're connected to source. And everything in your life mimics your original space and location within the vast void. And your character also reflects that. And you know what that looks like? It looks like authenticity. That's what it looks like. Authenticity, and people can sense that. Oh, this person is so fucking genuine. They sense that you're different, that you're authentic, that you're genuine, that you're connected. They sense that. And that also comes with a bunch of benefits in its own. But it starts with literally just affirmations, as like as basic as that is, just affirmations. And just cultivating that self-love for yourself. So yeah, I'm gonna get off live now, and I hope you got something from this. But yeah, like your lack of self-love and self-trust is literally what's cutting you away from God, which is the all possibilities, your power, your confidence, feeling like Superman and embodying or Superwoman and like literally being able to do crazy cool ass things. Like white people could learn a lot instead of being jealous of like black people, because like black people be able to are able to like jump high and shoot a basketball and all this other shit. And it's really just because spirits in darker vessels we went through based on like our geographic location and shit. Like we've been through a lot of catastrophic situations, like especially spirits in dark vessels that's been like that grew up like in the hood and stuff. Like you grew up like forced to own that power within you, or else you wouldn't survive in the streets. You see what I'm saying? And because you grew up like that, and now you have this confidence because you had to have this confidence, that internal power. We're able to do fucking awesome shit, like jump super fucking high to shoot a basketball, or like braid in like 5 million miles per hour, and like, you get what I'm saying? Like, we're able to do cool shit because of how we're treated within the Masonic world. How they pretty much like put us in these terrible situations, in these terrible like areas and hoods and stuff like that. And so they don't even realize that the only reason why we're able to do dope ass shit is because of how you've been treating us, forcing us to tap into our internal power, into our confidence. And then now we're able to be fucking Superman. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's why you have a bunch of like truth seekers trying to say that like the black man is God, which is not fucking true. Race aside, like, a dog is God. Like, as long as you're connected to source. But anyways, I'm rambling now. But I made my point. Self-love gives you that confidence. That confidence, you're like Superman because you're just in alignment back with all of the versions of yourself existing simultaneously, and you're in alignment with your original space and location within the vast void as well, which is source. And like, yeah, you could fucking do anything, and you feel like Superman, and you feel like you can do anything, and the universe is your oyster, like my song. And yeah, so I'm gonna get off live now. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, then leave. I mean, I'm leaving already anyway, but I'm boring because you don't understand what I'm saying, but you will get there. All right, bye.